Hello spider peeps, so this video is how I cast these little bulbs for my light up arrow project. Alright, I still want to use these little things, so I've made myself a little mould. I'm going to fill that with silicone. I've glued that one together. That one's not really going to work as a mould, but it doesn't matter. Once I've got this mould I can do as many as I want. So I'll get some silicone poured into this and then we'll start to make our own little light bulbs. So that was about 90 grams of that. So this is 10 to 1. So I'm going to need to put in about 9 grams of this. The other stuff I normally use is red catalyst, and you only put a teeny little bit. It's 50 to 1, so you'd only put 2 grams in for 100 grams of the stuff. So this is really weird, putting so much of this in, but it makes a change having a different colour. Trying to get it all from the bottom, make sure it's mixed. Getting there. See how many bubbles I'm putting in. Tremendous amount. But I'll put those in a pressure pot. Then we'll pour this. Right, I'll put that in the pressure pot now and pop all them bubbles. I'm a bit too lazy to move the camera, so I'm not showing you that bit. Okay, that looks a bit better. Nice and flat now, so make sure I find a side of this that doesn't have any white on. And let's just take it from there. Try and get it so that you can see. Something like that, I think. Go from quite high. Still a few bubbles in here. Just trying for a teeny little stream. That should lose some of the bubbles. Hope I've mixed enough of this now. Probably find I've mixed too much. Although I don't think I've ever mixed too much. It's always a good way of telling whether you've what those bits were. It's a good way of making sure that it's set if you've got some left in the cup afterwards. Be careful on this one because they're not fixed very strongly, they're just glue guns to the base, and I'll have to be careful if I put chunkies in that I don't push any of this over, so I'm really hoping this will all cover the surface now. I think I should be alright. Maybe I guessed perfectly. I didn't try and work it out. I just looked at those red spoons and went from there. I think this has done it, you know. Yeah, it's a bit high on this side, but once it flattens itself, I think I poured exactly perfectly the right amount. $95 grams. Okay. I'll probably put some more in with that, but I'll leave that to settle in the cup. And then there's some stuff up here, some white stuff that's not been mixed, but just clean the edge there so it doesn't drip. Though silicone's alright if it drips, especially on the mat, because it just peels off as long as you let it cure. Leave that overnight, see what it looks like in the morning. I'll probably take this into the house as well, away from the cave, because it seems to cure better if it's slightly warmer, and there's no rush now in the curing because it's all poured and ready to go. So I'll just let that get on with it. See you on the other side. Okay, that's definitely gone off overnight, as I hoped it would. Here's my mould. I don't know why I get so excited when I'm opening moulds up. There's something, even though I've not done the casting yet, there's just something lovely about them, about how pristine they come. Look, hang on, let's zoom in a bit. Look at this, look, it's just lovely. Weirdo. Okay, so that's come out all right. I'm not sure now which is the bad one. And I mean, I suppose I might even be able to get them out just by pushing them. But yeah, maybe not. You see, I took some polymer clay, which was the only clay I had, and I just stuck it into the holes as I was doing it to make sure that the silicone didn't go up into the holes. Let's just trim that. Robert Talloon, you've given me this wonderful experience. Thanks, mate. Alright, so I think maybe the best way to do it is just put a parting line down the middle there. I could try doing it with this, but I'm not really. And it does it, but I think I've lost my my scalpel handle, which is a bit worrying. Oh, I've got two blades there. Get the other one away. So no good can come of this. Let's try and use that. Oh, it's not a pointed one. Oh well. Let's see whether I can use this without injuring myself. Not having a very good record of that at the moment. I think that's all I should need to pop them out. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to go down too far because I want to try and not to put any marks on the outside if I can, but that's definitely the way to do it. Just a small cut, and then I think these will work really well. So let's just get the others out, cut the others. It's a lot easier once you've done the first cut because it stretches then. Back to the difficult bit again. And this one must be the duff one. I wonder if I can just push it out. I can. I probably should have just left it like that and not cut it. Oh well, right, let's pour some clear resin into this then. Okay, so this is the only clear resin I've got at the moment, and it's a bit cold, it's going off a little bit, but till I get some new stuff, this is all I've got. I suppose I won't need that much of it, so it's 1:1. So let's pour out a little bit. I mean, I've got no idea how heavy this is going to be, so I think I need at least 20 grams. I'll go for about 20 if I've got it. 15, 17, 18, 19. It's like the end of Gold Rush, just without the money. Although resin's, you know, it's expensive as gold almost, isn't it? So smack on 20. Proud of that pour. Right, let's this is all a bit crystallized in here, so I'm hoping these crystals don't show. Zero that and try and get another 20. As long as I get less than the hardener, I should be all right. And once I've taken a cast of this, the first one, I can weigh it, and then I know how much I can use later on. This isn't coming out easy. I think I should have put this in some warm water. Just coming out in gobs, coming out in blobs. See that? That'll do. 1986, that's as close as I'm going to get, I think. So I've got a little pot to put this in, and I think I've mixed that. So I've got 40 grams here. Sure, it feels, there's a lot of volume in that, so as long as I can get it all out of the cup, this should work. I'll try to pour it from high. I think this is the broken one here, the one that I cut in two. I'm going to do these bit by bit and let them settle before I re-pour it. Sorry if you can't see this very well, probably have to fast forward this bit. Okay, so some bubbles coming out of that, but I think that's going to be okay. They'll rise over time, and that one will never burst. Oh, I can just work out how much I use, can't I? Hang on, let's wait till the pressure pot finishes. Okay, so these cups are 4.5 grams. So I just put an empty one on and just take the stick out. There's obviously a bit on the stick. Wow. So to do those 6 bulb shapes, that's 18 grams. So I could have got away with only mixing 10 grams of this stuff. Oh well, you live and learn. Okay, so I'll get that in the pressure pot and wait a couple of days and then continue filming this video for you. Okay, I've left this a couple of days now and it seems to be hard, rigid. Obviously I've broken this stick off in it. I have to be careful with this clear stuff because the last time I used it, it was still a little bit soft, and I took the stuff out the mould. It was that little mushroom that I made, and over time the mushroom flopped. So I don't want that to happen with this, but it feels like it's pretty solid. So I'm going to open the pressure pot and see where we are. Okay, this looks pretty good. Let's zoom in on this. That's gone really clear. So that's good. Feels okay. Feels a bit sticky, which is a bit worrying, but I think the only thing I can do is get one out and see what happens. Wow! Right, just feels slightly tacky. I think it's some, look at that. I think it's reacted slightly to the resin, but that doesn't matter really. Yeah, so I'll take these out and leave these for a while to set up a little bit more. Hope they'll be less tacky, and that looks like a good result. If it doesn't cure properly, I'll just try it with a new batch of resin, but the moulds look really good. I mean, look at that. Look what it looks like with a light behind it. Yeah. God, that's exactly what I wanted. Hopefully you've already seen the video that I'm going to be using these in, and you've come to this video to see how I did the casting, but I hope you enjoyed seeing my results with this. I'm well pleased with these. Stick around. Why don't you subscribe? Give me a thumbs up if you like this, and otherwise, bye.